very good evening. Yang amat berhormat Datuk Sri Muhammad Najib bin Tun Abdul Razak, the Honourable Prime Minister of Malaysia. Yang amat bahagia Tun Zaki Tun Azmi, former Chief Justice of Malaysia. Yang berhormat Puan Haja Nancy binti Haji Sukri, Minister in the Prime Minister's Department in charge of Legal Affairs. Yang bahagia Tan Sri Abdul Ghani Patel, KL Advisory Board Chairman and Attorney General of Malaysia. Yang bahagia Professor Dr. Rahmat Mohamad, Secretary General of the Asian African Legal Consultative Organization. Your Excellencies, members of the judiciary, honorable dignitaries, members of the media, ladies and gentlemen. I'd like to extend a very warm welcome to all of you all on this occasion as KLRCA showcases its state-of-art premises, Bangunan Sulaiman, to the world. We are privileged to have our Prime Minister, Yang Amat Berhormat Datuk Sri Muhammad Najib, to officiate today's event. The journey to reach here has been a challenging one. KLRCA was founded in 1978, making it one of the oldest arbitration centers in Asia. But in this century, age by itself does not endow any privileges. There is a need to remain relevant and adapt with changing times. Unfortunately, somewhere along the way, KLRCA's focus became clouded. New players in the Asia-Pacific region have forged ahead. When I took office as director in 2010, I was given the task to revive the center to its rightful position on the domestic and international map. It was a challenge that I was fully prepared to take on and shoulder. For the first stage, I drafted a blueprint on how KLRCA should move forward. At that time, KLRCA was under the portfolio of Yang Berhormat Datuk Sri Nazir Muhammad Nazri as Minister in the Prime Minister's Department in charge of Legal Affairs. I presented my general blueprint to him and also to Yang Bahagia Tan Sri Abdul Ghani Patel and also Yang Bahagia Professor Dr. Rahmat Mohamad. All of them supported the approach and just told me to proceed. We worked out a series of hard-hitting measures to turn KLRCA around. It began firstly with an aggressive rebranding exercise. We redesigned the center's logo and tagline into a modern icon. The phrase, regional resolution, global solution, that you see below our logo originated from this initiative. The second strategy was to make KLRCA's presence felt nationwide, regionally and globally. Wherever there was a talk, a seminar, a conference linked with matters of arbitration or alternate dispute resolution, we were there. Setting up booths, nailing down spots as speakers, my team and I were constantly on the move, creating public and corporate awareness about KLRCA. Concurrently, we updated our products and innovated new ones for the local and global markets. The government helped us in providing strong financial support and approved a slew of initiatives. For example, exemption of withholding tax against fees earned by foreign arbitrators, exemption of visa requirement for the entry of foreign arbitrators and counsels carrying out arbitration work, encouraging government entities and government-linked companies to use KLRCA's arbitration rules and facilities. I must say that these initiatives distinguish and put us ahead of many jurisdictions in the Asia-Pacific region. We are also named as the Adjudication Control Authority in the Construction Industry Payment and Adjudication Act to resolve payment disputes in the construction industry. KLRCA was buzzing once more. We rolled out our new products like the KLRCA Arbitration Rules 2010, revised 2013, KLRCA Fast Track Arbitration Rules 2010, revised 2013, the KLRCA Mediation Rules 2011, revised 2013. We translated our rules into the national language, Bahasa Indonesia, Arabic, Korean, Mandarin, Spanish for a wider reach. Our products also included a number of firsts. We were the first institution in the world to adopt the UNCITRAL Arbitration Rules 2010 on the same day when it was issued. We were also the first institution in the world to issue the KLRCA-I for Islamic Arbitration Rules 2012. Our collaborative efforts include agreement on alternative hearing venue arrangements with Switzerland-based International Court for Arbitration for Sports, ICAS, and the Washington-based International Center for Settlement of Investment Disputes, ITSIC. We are now waiting eagerly for the finalization of the host country agreement with the Permanent Court of Arbitration, PCA, in The Hague. And I'm given to understand PCA will be opening an office in Bangunan Sulaiman and will be holding their hearings in this building. Now, all these efforts have made the world sit up and take notice. We won the prestigious Global Arbitration Review GAR Awards for innovation by an individual or organization in 2012 for our KLRCA-I arbitration rules, which is the first set of Sharia-compliant arbitration rules in the world. It was a voter-based award by the international arbitration community. That fact made it special. Rapid progress continued. The center kept growing. Our caseload has increased from 22 cases when I took over in 2010 to 253 cases last year. It was a phenomenal rise that led KLRCA to outgrow the previous premises at number 12 Jalan Conley. It was decided that a much larger building would be required to support KLRCA's aspiration to become the region's premier ADR center. Our Prime Minister, sharing the same vision and direction of KLRCA's resurgence, offered and refurbished the Sulaiman building. Mr. Prime Minister, sir, thank you. In 3 years, we have transformed Bangunan Sulaiman into one of the largest alternate dispute resolution centers in the world and into KLRCA's brand new premises. Mr. Prime Minister, sir, dignitaries, ladies and gentlemen, it has been an exciting journey. The revival would not be possible without the collective support of several individuals and organizations. And I would like to thank Yang Amat Berhormat, our Prime Minister, for your vision and your support of a revived and confident KLRCA and agreeing to my appointment as Director. Yang Berhormat Datuk Sri Muhammad Nazri as Minister in the Prime Minister's Department in charge of Legal Affairs, and his successor, Yang Berhormat Puan Haja Nancy Sukri, for your steady guidance and influence in setting up KLRCA's growth policy. Yang Bahagia Tan Sri Abdul Ghani Patel, your focused support and advice from day one when I was appointed, particularly putting up with my incessant requests for time. I really appreciate that, and you played an important role. Yang Bahagia Tan Sri Cecil, Mr. Vinayak Pradhan, Professor Philip Young, Mr. Sumit Kachewa, Professor Robert Wotera, as members of the Kuala Lumpur Regional Center for Arbitration's Advisory Board, gave me learned counsel on the strategies to adopt. We had a meeting this morning and I've been given some more ideas. Yang Bahagia Professor Dr. Rahmat, for your sustained encouragement and commitment towards KLRCA's international standing within the ALCO stable of regional centers. It is a wonderful partnership. Yang Amat Bahagia Tun Zaki Tun Azmi, and Yang Bahagia Tan Sri Sidek Hassan for your support, advice, and effort for the realization of our dream in the national interest. Mr. Raghunath Kesavan, Mr. Lim Chi Wee, Mr. Christopher Leong of the Malaysian Bar Council for working together in achieving our common aspiration of a vibrant and respected KLRCA. And lastly, I thank all the stakeholders, the judiciary, and associates of KLRCA who in one way or another played a vital role towards our successful rise. Your support and encouragement has given KLRCA a fortified platform to keep pushing barriers in pursuit of greater excellence. When Bangunan Sulaiman was handed over to KLRCA, the larger picture was to make Malaysia the premier hub for all alternative dispute resolution matters in the region. I intend to continue in that direction and further hoist our flag up high on the international ADR scene. Strategic collaborations and partnerships will remain a key component of KLRCA's growth philosophy, fixed on a betterment of the local, regional, and global ADR landscape. Mr. Prime Minister, Sir, dignitaries, ladies and gentlemen, today's launch embodies a strong-willed and hopeful statement of intent showed by the Centre and by the government. Bangunan Sulaiman symbolizes how much the KLRCA is reflecting on the past and building on the future. The Centre's new premises is an important milestone, not just in KLRCA's progress, but for Malaysia as we position ourselves to be a premier hub for arbitration and alternate dispute resolution matters in the region and beyond. Thank you very much.